What up? Welcome to Cool Kid TCG. Here we have Purple Luffy versus Green Uta. Started deck 11. Uta runs the film package. Gonna expect a lot of film with maybe some other kaiju such as 8 cost Kid, 10 cost Dofi, or 9 cost Zoro. We mulled out first hand because we didn't see any 4 drops, no Luffy tars, nothing like that. But it wasn't a bad hand. I believe we lost the dice roll, but we're going first still, so we might as well have won. Yeah, we're going to get this. I haven't played this particular matchup. I'm not 100% sure how it goes, but yeah, feeling strong. The deck's strong. And we'll see how. I've played against Uta before. I played a lot against my friend Kevin, but haven't played this particular matchup. We start off. We get the Lost Searcher. We also have a Zoro Joro in hand, so we do have a turn 2 play, and we're going to be able to grab the Luffy Taro. So that's great. We got our next 2 plays set up, so that's strong. Zoro Juro and then Luffy Taro into something else. We draw the 9 Mom, so we do have a potential play after that. Swing 5 into life. She takes. We ramped. We get a Eustace Kid off of life, and here's where we can drop the Zoro Juro. And search top 5 for a Straw Hat. We can grab the Songoro, and now we have our next play set up, which is what we're going to do. So our next play, we're seeing what we need to see. Our plays are in place. She's going to, I believe, put 1 Dawn on leader, swing to do leader effect, but she's thinking it through. She's at 4 Dawn. Uta's leader effect is if it has a Dawn, this is Neon Genesis, tap 1 to search the top 3 for film, and then restand if you get a film. So that's why she already rested it, because she knew she was going to get a hit. I believe she grabs the Gordon blocker. But Uta's effect, my friend was showing me his starting hand. 3 Big Moms. My friend Kevin, 3 Big Moms, a gear 5 Luffy, and a 9 cost Luffy. That's his opening hand. After he mulled, he might be cooked. But anyways, 6 into life, or maybe 8 into life, excuse me. And I give 2K, 1K, and then she drops the Gordon. So we're feeling okay. Again, Uta's effect, if you have a Dawn on it and you swing, you can reveal the top card, and if it's film, add it to your hand. So just a way to continually add hand size. 6 into life we start off with. The idea here is we're going to ramp again, 5 into life, but we're going to ramp again, and then 7 cost Luffy Taro into Songoro. And we got a Gum Gum Giant, so we're pretty set. We've seen pretty much everything we need to see. Luffy Taro, Return of Dawn into Songoro. And yeah, we're feeling really strong. We're seeing all the cards. We have 2 Gum Gum Giants. We have a Kid blocker. We have a 9 Mom. We're looking really good. And they've only established a 2 cost Gordon. Now, granted, Uta's board can fill up like rapid if they drop the 7 cost Luffy. 7 cost Luffy, I believe, can play a 4 cost film or Straw Hat. And then if you play that into a Brook, you can play another 3 cost Straw Hat. So you can fill your board up pretty fast. She's at 6 Dawn. Gordon effect as a blocker. Okay, she's doing 7 into life. I believe we're going to have to take this hit. But she reveals top card. I believe it's Sanji 2K. We take, and we get the Nico Robin blocker. But Gordon's secondary effect, the blocker she has on field. Oh, she backlights 2 cost event to kill a rested 5 cost. She establishes another Gordon. It's a blocker, but also its effect is you may turn music cards, which music cards are the event cards, into 1K counter. So just a way to turn, because I know Uta runs a lot of events, a way to turn those events into counter. So we sing 6 into life, draw a card, we draw the 2K. At this point, we could, okay, so 8 into life. We have a bunch of options. We could Kid blocker, we could Nico Robin blocker, we could ramp and play the Big Mom, we could ramp and play the 9 cost Luffy. A decent amount of options. Here I'm just swinging board out. We swing 8 into life. She gives us one of the Gordon blockers. She still has 1 standing. And we're at 8 Dawn. We could ramp to 9, but we swing 5 into life. I think here what we're going to do is establish the Kid blocker and the Nico Robin blocker. Just not ramp, establish some blockers, and get the 10 Dawn. Maybe we could drop the 9 Mom or the 10k power Luffy next turn. But that's the idea. She now activates the effect to pitch one of the events from Gordon. So now we tap 2 for the Nico Robin, and we tap 5 for a Kid blocker. Leave 1 up for Gum Gum Giant. Probably won't, but it's good to have the idea that we're there. We're pretty blockered up. Our board's pretty great. Their board's only just the Gordon blocker. So again, we're winning on board. She swings 6. She's thinking where to swing it. And she reveals I'm invincible. She swings 6, I believe, into life. We could block her. We just take it with a Nico Robin, or we could rest the Kid and give a 1k Sanji, or we can give the 2k, or take the hit. But I believe what we're going to do is give the 2k Usohachi. I don't want to rest something in case she plays a wild event that keeps something like for example, Electric Luna is an event that could just keep my whole board frozen. She's at 8 Dawn, so no 911 Shanks can come down. But if she did 911 Shanks, she'd probably go with my Luffy Taro anyways. She establishes a 7 cost. Luffy's kind of hard to see. The blocker Luffy, I believe, but she doesn't have an on-play effect after that, which is kind of unfortunate for her, because usually you can get some crazy combos with it. I actually don't think it's a 7 cost Luffy. It could be though. We swing 6 into life, just test the waters and draw a card with Songoro. We have options. We can heal with Big Mom. She gave us a 2k, by the way. And then we swing 5 into life. The reason I'm swinging 5 into life is, it is the Luffy blocker. I want her to kind of respect, like, she could, if I swing the Luffy last, she could just easily block. Let's get a swing. She took the 5 life, and by the way, now I swing 8. She blockers 2Ks. Here's where we have an interesting play. We could, for example, play the 9 cost Luffy and swing into life, or swing into her Luffy, but she has that Gordon blocker, so it's not ideal. She would just block, but we do have the Sanji. So the play I'm thinking about whether to do is to play the 7 cost Sanji. I got this interesting scenario here. We can establish the 7 cost Sanji, rest the Gordon blocker, and then swing into, she's reading my Kid blocker, and then swing into the Luffy, try to clear that. Here's where I'm kind of wishing I did the sequencing a little bit better, because I wish I still had my leader swing so I could clear that Gordon afterwards, or I'm going to have to play over. Maybe I wish I blocked the last turn with the Nico Robin blocker, because I'm going to have to play over that Law blocker, and that Law would be really cool to just clear that Gordon. If we do that play, we do that play. Return 1 Dawn, rest the Gordon, effective Kid to get that Dawn back active. Now we're at 4, and we're going to swing 11 into that Luffy. We're thinking about whether we want to keep 1 up. We do decide to keep 1 up. 10 into the Luffy. And we do have the Nico Robin blocker, and we have the Kid blocker still standing. She still has our Gordon blocker. If we sequenced that a little bit better, we probably could have got rid of that Gordon blocker as well. But it is what it is. Ultimately, a strong play. She finally established something on board, and we're able to easily handle it. Which feels good if we can answer their board immediately. Our board's pretty stacked, and we have 2 blockers. The idea here is we're probably going to Nico Robin blocker no matter what, because I want to be able to play something like either the 9 Mom or the 9 cost Luffy. That's the idea. She's at a full 10 Dawn. She could establish the Shanks. That's probably a strong play. Get rid of my Luffy Taro. But she's sitting 2 Dawn aside and has 8. So she could be lining up the Kid play. If you drop the 10 cost Dofi, for example, that could be kind of devastating to freeze our board. We'd still have leader swing and the Kid blocker if we wanted, and also the thing we rush down, or we could use to rush, but it would just be scary. She plays Backlight, 2-cost event to pop my Songoro. Backlight's an event that either for 2 Dawn, you can rest a 5-cost or pop an already rested 5-cost or less. So very efficient way to get rid of some board. Gets rid of my Songoro. She swings 7 into life. And we're just going to Nico Robin blocker. Even though we already have an opening on the board, let's just do that as well. Let's use that blocker before it gets rested or something along those lines. I believe she has 6 Dawn standing, and she's kind of set it aside in 3s. So I'm not sure what's going to happen here. She taps 3 for an Uta blocker and taps 3 for Katakuri. The Uta blocker has a secondary effect, I believe, where it can restand the film at the end of the turn. It's a troublesome blocker for sure. The Katakuri is one that has a 4-cost power or 4k power, but gains an extra 2k power depending on if you have like 6 cards rested. Which if she has 10 Dawn, it's going to be easy to get that rested. We're at all 10 Dawn. We have some strong options. We could play the 9 Mom and put away something and heal. We just let's swing our board first and see what happens. So we swing 7 life. She does have 2 blockers on board. So even if we did establish a rusher, it'd be tough to go for a game here. 8 at life. She takes. I'm just thinking everything through. I'm thinking that right here, the best play is probably to establish the 9-cost Luffy, but it could go either way. That's kind of what I'm thinking in my head, is either 9-cost Luffy versus 9 Mom. Excited to go with that, just because it seems like better to establish another card, and we can get another swing this turn, and maybe heal next turn if we need to. The Kid blocker gets us that Dawn back, which is great. We swing 10 into life. We have 2 Dawns standing, and she has a blocker. So I think what we're going to do is we swing 5 into life, and then we pass with 2 Dawn standing. We could swing the Kid blocker, but at this point I'm thinking let's just continue. Let's just keep the blocker up just in case something weird happens, like again a Dofi blocker, something like that where our board could get wiped. But we do have 2 Gum Gum Giants, so again, feeling super strong. And even there's no real rush. There could be a Hody, I guess, but most Utas that I played against don't run Hody, so we don't have to fear too much because she's not going to swing the Gordon because it's 0-cost power. So feeling like we're in a comfortable spot. She swings 6 into life, grabs a Sanji 2k. I was asking just the effect of Katakuri, what it gets, I believe. So we block 1k. Now our whole board is rested. We're able to get an extra 1k value out of keeping that kid alive. Maybe it would have been better swinging it in that last turn. Or putting a Dawn on swinging 7, get 2 cards out of hand, or get rid of their blocker. But yeah, we get the extra value here. Her really only swing she has is the Katakuri. It's going to, depending on if she taps the Dawn correctly or taps the Dawn first and gets the sequencing right, it's going to be a 6k swing at least. But she has to have, I believe, 6 rested characters or Dawn. Right now she has 0 rested. I don't know if leader counts. If leader counts, then it's 1. Attached Dawn is not rest Dawn, so that one on Uta does not count for that. So yeah, she'd probably have to play something before getting that extra Katakuri. She plays 9/11 Shanks, pops my big boy Luffy, and then now she has plenty of rested Dawn. So she can swing 6 into the 6. I give a 2k just because it's what I have. And now she has a blocker. We did lose the big boy, but we have 2ks, we have blockers, we have Gum Gum Giant, and she has 0 life. we could probably really push for game. We're going to start pushing Pokemon with a 10k swing. We'll see if she gives us the blocker, and now it's just a matter of let's put everything on Sanji and swing. This is going to be a 15k swing, and we get it. So shouts to my opponent. Ultimately, it was pretty comfortable because we saw like we had the perfect curve out. It seemed like they kind of didn't get to see the perfect curve. They didn't get to see the cool stuff that Uchi can really do with like the Luffy blocker. The one time they did play the Luffy blocker, they didn't get to do the cool combo. But yeah, it feels strong. The deck feels strong. Good win. Let me know if I missed anything. Let me know any tips. Maybe I should have 9-mom there at the end versus the 9-cost Luffy, but I like it. But yeah, let me know anything. Thanks for tuning in, and see you next time.